welcome to another install video on the Pittsburgh Music YouTube channel. About 2 months ago, I leased this 21 Toyota Tundra, and I've been in the market for a soft tonneau cover ever since. Now, I only leased this for 2 years, so I wasn't looking to go crazy, spend a lot of money on a tonneau cover because I didn't really need it that long. So I searched the internet for a couple of days, and I found that this Gator SRX tonneau cover is the cheapest one I could find. So we're going to go ahead and throw this on the truck. Now, this is going to be very similar on all pickup trucks, so if you're interested in learning how to throw on tonneau cover, check this video out. But before we get into the install, I want to show you the latest product from RhinoStorm. This is their collapsible tailgate step. Now, this fits in a 2-inch receiver, and it comes with a bolt, or you could put your hitch pin in there, and then you have a nice wide step to get into the back of your truck. If you have a tonneau cover on there, you know, you can just step right up. You got a nice big wide platform, got a nice grippy texture, and then it flips up, keep it out of the way, keep you from hitting your shin off of it when you're not using it. So the step, you can tell when you pick it up, it's pretty heavy duty. You got some nice welds on there and this big metal backing plate, plus you have the step, and the hinges are pretty tight that fold it down, and then when it's folded up, you know, it's black, so you can't really see it. So I know there's some other hitch steps on the market, but I haven't seen any with, you know, the collapsible design, which is really cool because you don't want that thing sticking out. You know, you can bump it into things when you're backing up, or you can hit your shin off it. So this is a pretty sweet product. All right, so we got the step on my wife's minivan, and it can hold up to 500 pounds. So if you have a roof rack, this is perfect because there's really nowhere to step on the back of an SUV or a van. So the pad is 14 inches by 7 inches, so it's plenty wide. You can definitely get both feet on there. It's flat, it's grippy, 500 pounds. When you're done, flip it back up, you can barely see it. So if you're searching for a Christmas gift for someone who has everything, chances are they probably don't have one of these. So this retails for $89.95. You can buy it on Amazon. I'm going to leave the link in the comments. And if you use discount code Pittsburgh, you'll save an additional 10% when you check out. Alright, so here's the model number of the tonneau cover we're going to be putting in my Tundra. This one does have the deck rail system, so there are different clamps for that, so you do have to specify that when you're ordering. Alright, let's see what's in the box. Alright, we got the cover. We got the rails in there. Got the instructions. And we got the clamps. This should be a pretty easy install. Alright, so you can see we got 3 clamps for each side, and we have these little blocks that help control the tension. We got 2 cotter pins, 2 nuts, and 2 washers. So here's the cover still rolled up. I have the rails just laying up there for now. You know, I just unboxed them. So we're going to get started by bolting them in there and get this thing going. So if you have a deck rail system, the first thing you need to do is remove this plastic end cap, and then we're going to slide the tie down hooks out. We're going to slide the one out from up there because that's where the new clamps are going to slide into. Now we can slide the new tonneau cover clamps in the rail. After we slide the first clamp in, then you could reinstall your tie down hook. And then you can slide in the other 2 clamps. Okay, so you can see we have the clamps installed in the deck rail, and then we have the tie down clamps, and you can put those, you know, wherever you want, but the clamps for the deck rail have to be towards the edges and then one in the middle. So you see we got those in there on both sides. They're not tight yet, obviously, and then we put the end cap back on the deck rail. Now we're ready to install the side rails. Okay, so you can see the rail sits right on top of the deck rail, And then I just have these clamps hand tight. You can see what kind of position they're in there. There's 2 notches on the bottom. Seem to be fitting best in that second notch. So I just have those, like I said, hand tight all the way down. And then you want to make sure you have this one snug up against the front. There's a little rubber grommet in there, and that just rests up against the front of the bed. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now we have both rails just hand tightened on both sides. Like I said, you still have access to the tie down hooks. They'll still move up and back, so that's nice. Now we're going to tighten down these bolts, and we're going to install the cover with these bolts in the holes on the rail. These bolts are 1/2 inch. Now that the bolts are tight, we can install the cover. You're going to want to set the cover in on the rails. There's a rubber edge there, and then you'll see the bolt protrude through the rail. Now this was a pretty tight fit, which is good, so you're going to have to put a little bit of force into it, jam it down in there, and then we're going to put the nuts and washers on the bottoms of those bolts. You're also going to want to make sure that the cover is nice and even along the back of the bed. Next, we're going to install the tension blocks. I have it in the stock setting. This will be the least amount of tension it will put on the cover. They are adjustable, 4 different settings. Once that's backed up against the tension block, we can tighten the nuts. These nuts are 9/16. Alright, now that both rails are installed securely and tightened down, and the cover is also bolted down, we're ready to roll it out and see what it looks like. Alright, we're going to snap it into the brackets. Alright. That looks plenty tight, but I like it's pretty low profile design. You push the Velcro down there, it's really smooth up against the bedside. Pretty nice. You got the little Gator label there. I might have to pull a little bit over on this side. Not a big deal. Let's see what it looks like with the tailgate shut. Yeah, that's perfect. Right up against the edge of the tailgate. Pretty sweet. And then to unlock it, there's only a lever on the one side here. You just pop that up and you roll it right back up. Alright, so I gave just a little bit of a tug on this side. Now you can see it's nice and Velcroed down. Cover looks pretty smooth right now. Come across the back here. The fit looks pretty perfect actually. We'll go up here and look at that. That is pretty straight all the way across. I think we're done. And of course, when the cover is not in use, you can roll it up here. It has these handy little hooks on both sides to hook it securely in place. and that's it. So you can see that was a pretty easy install. It probably takes about 25 minutes to a half an hour. Now most dealerships, if you're buying a new truck, they're going to charge you about $80 to install this, so half hour of your time. Just 2 sockets basically and a ratchet. You can throw this on yourself in a half an hour. So of course I would just go ahead and do that myself and pay someone else $80, and then you can actually see how it goes on and how it functions. So yeah, for $211 I think I paid for this one plus tax. I think it's a pretty nice product. I assume the more expensive ones, maybe the vinyl's a little heavier, or maybe you can get like a cloth finish, but I like the way this vinyl looks and it seems heavy enough. So I'm pretty happy overall with this product. So once I get it out in the rain and take it on the road, see the flaps, or make sure it's waterproof, but it does have a rubber seal all the way around, I think we should be good to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Check out my Facebook page. And have a great day.